Hello, and what is going on, you guys? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Today is round 5 in season 1 for the 2022 series of the Gran Turismo World Series Nations Cup on GT7. We have a brand new racetrack for the update. We'll be having a good check on the event schedule, but here it is. Round 6 will be taking place in Watkins, Glen long course for the Group 3 class will be scheduled at the end of Season 1 for the 2022 series. But here we are right now in Round 5 will be taking place in Alsace test course for the Group B rally cars. We'll be prepared by having a tough challenge to be on a short track layout. We'll be going in by having a different tire compound. We'll go with the safety measures. And also for the recap from round 4 at Sardinia Road Track A by using the Suzuki Vision Gran Turismo to become the first ever Vision GT car will be take on in the Nations Cup. It's so brilliant to have the all-wheel drive will be step up and go climb up onto my current position to be reached up by entering in the top 5 position. Early braking on every corners is going to be a very good smooth technique to see how capable for every GT players by trying out with a brand new Vision GT car made by Suzuki. Along with a Group 3 race car, we'll be giving a very good excellent opportunity. We'll join in the Manufacturers Cup before at the end of Season 1, but optionally only 2 more rounds to go before at the end of the first season until moving on in Season 2. So let's get ready to participate and go with the time entry will be available to enter. So I guess this is going to be a very good safety measure we'll be using with the comfort soft tires. We'll go on by having a very good safety measure for the Group B rally cars for only 15 laps for the number of players up to 16 in a grid start to be as an average. So let's get ready to go, and I'm about to choose the Subaru WRX Group B rally car with a UDRS InSportec livery. We'll have to do some tire changes. We'll be at the get-go. There's no need to have racing and sports tires, so better make sure to have the comfort soft tires. Will be recommended to be on the BOP Applied Performance. All set and good to go. But there will be no mandatory requirement on the tires and pit stop at this moment because safety measure is going to be very challenging since we have participated in the first round by using the reverse direction on this track. Let's get ready to go and take on with some very good excellent BOP race. We'll set up automatically. We'll have to do some practice in about under 50 seconds. Do your best out there and remember, brace yourself. This will be a very tough corner. We'll go elevation to take the downhill. Let's see some best clean racing moments until we might have to do some more practice and conquer the downhill elevation corners in this test course section of Alsace Village. As always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, go and click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. And don't forget to click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see more in the future. Let's get ready to start the race and let's begin. So we have a special guest appearance is now joining session to be in the lobby. We have one Japanese Gran Turismo player has been welcomed aboard to be labeled as a guest of honor. We have a special guest of honor is now joining session for today's competition in round 5 of the Nations Cup in season 1. For today's temperature in the test course layout is 68 degrees Fahrenheit onto the bright and sunny day. In about 5 seconds before the race begins. Good luck and have yourself a proud competition time will go begin. Here we go, folks. Penultimate round 5 in season 1 of the 2022 series in the GT World Series. Nations Cup is about to begin. Let's go with a starting grid with some drivers, and a Japanese GT player has been welcomed on board is Roddy Kimi in first place. Joey Bag of Donuts is here in second place. Gr.3 is entered in third place, and here's Chronic Isomona in position number 4. Nestor Morales in fifth place. Sixth place is myself with a UDRS Insportec livery of the Subaru WRX, and here's RSR Kingster in position 7, SE Yanks in position 8, ninth place is Nick Ram is now going in to take the middle position. NRAC Evan number 40 in the Land Evo Group B rally car, and here's Gene in 11th place, Crazy ACN in 12th place, 13th place is Troy is now entered to be on the last position below. Let's do this, you guys. 3 seconds, and an ordinary grid star will take 15 laps around in the test course of Alsace. Will go challenging and faster to take the elevation change. Will go down the hill. Here comes turn number 1 at the hairpin. Better make sure to have that good concentration to go crowded. And UDRS Insportec takes position number 5. Will go for the straightaway by the push onto sector 1 and goes over to be at sector number 2 to catch up for Subaru WRX Group B rally car with the same livery. Here comes the elevation downhill onto turn number 2 and 3. Insportec is kicking up a notch to be entered to be on the top 5 position to catch up onto Chronic. Insoma is now on to position 4 to enter. Sliding in and race around and go for cruising action to take the push onto lap number 1 at the end. Here comes lap number 2 for a Japanese GT racer, takes the fastest lap in 54.503 seconds. Very good and well honored to have this very excellent Subaru WRX Group B rally car to take the lead. Let's see how one American Japanese GT racer can probably have to test ourselves and go for the challenge. Now let's try this again and take the elevation downhill corner onto turn 2 and 3. Slide it in, follow the apex, and go slam on to turn number 3 at the touching apex to go straight away as we proceed. Very good and well endorsement to see how a special guest honor has actually turns out to become well competitive and well capability to stay ongoing to have a much finest, faster racer in the Group B category to take the test course. But hold on, looks like Bob97 is slowing down towards the end of lap number 2 before enter lap number 3. 50.234 seconds. Incredible. Looks like it's definitely might be pretty well incredible for an American Japanese GT racer. Did pretty well out there to take. But he may be very good to be as a proud expert American racer to be part on a different session of the lobby as part of this region. So now the standings are also to be put up to be well changed, including UDRS Insportec and the Subaru WRX Group B rally car is now entered to be on position number 4. But looks like Nestor Morales is now entered to be at position 5 as well. But here it is, sliding around on to turn number 5 and 6. We'll get closer at the end to be on a short straightaway on to lap number 4. But this race will might have to take under 15 minutes of the limitation. We'll go challenging and higher to take the stakes. Chronic Insoma 4 is now slowing down to take the hairpin and go straight away in sector 1 at the end towards onto sector number 2. But it turns out by having a main goal outcome onto the current objective is going to be going smoothly without having a pit stop and tire change mandatory requirement. This will be a test for Group B rally cars. Will go for the limit to have the elevation downhill corner onto turn 2 and 3 is very tricky. Early brake is definitely might be the best option ever since from round 4 at Sardinia Road Track A for the Suzuki Vision Gran Turismo to have a different method by the opposite. But now it's going to get much excellent to see how top 3 racers in the same Subaru WRX Group B rally car will have to keep push up in lap number 5 for only 10 more to go remaining. But here it comes. Looks like Nestor Morales is about to get close in on the team UDRS Insportec in the same Subaru WRX. There he is right now on the scene at the rear and kick it up to be at the uphill on turn 2 before going down onto turn 3. It's going to get much closer to have that defense. Will be get ready and slam onto the apex to be on the main touch and go push up. And there it goes, you guys. Nestor Morales is now coming in to take the left side to be on the final sector on to turn number 5. Is going to have to go right over to have that hillside right corner to have that smooth turn. Keep it up. Insportec might have to stay well ongoing defense before entered onto lap number 6 at the end of the 5th lap. And here it comes. The hairpin will be get much trickier as usual before SC Yank 7 is about to get closer as also to be turned south. But there goes the contact. That makes a close call, and Nestor Morales is now entered to be on position number 4 to take that current position onto turn 2 at the elevation corners. Keep at it. Looks like 2 Subarus accompany, and the other 2 Subarus are going for the offense. Especially one Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution Group B rally car is NRAC Evan number 40 is now entered the scene in position 7. But looks like 2 Subarus and a Mitsubishi is now ganging up onto Team UTRS Insportec. Will have to take the final turn onto the straightaway in lap number 7 at the end of the 6th. Turns out by having a matter of racing strategy is going to get much riskier for Team Insportec. But here it comes. Looks like it's going to get much crowded out there by having 2 vehicles, including UTRS Insportec, will have to stay on it and drops down to be at position 6, and SC Yank 7 is now entered to be on the 5th position. But next up, NRAC Evan number 40 is now going in to take the offense to catch up onto Team Insportec. Will Insportec can probably have to stay on track to catch up onto SC Yank 7 and Nestor Morales in about a few more length of the gap distance to go remaining by exactly around 51 seconds to be on every lap in the number of 15 laps to be in total. It's going to get much riskier to see how Insportec might have to come up with a different game plan to deal with different opponents in the Subaru WRX Group B rally car. Now on to lap number 8 to be on the halfway mark. Looks like one Japanese-American Gran Turismo player is doing a good ongoing defense out there to stay in the lead. Remarkable and well talented to see how one Japanese GT player from the Asia-Oceania region just coming a long way to be welcomed to be in the Americas regions. First time ever, and also to have a special guest appearance is now going to be very good to be endorsed for Team UTRS Insportec for having one GT player to have a Japanese letter to be in this lobby session. Turns out to become interesting and well surprised. Now for lap number 9, it's about to go ongoing struggle out there for the top 5 racers in the same Subaru WRX Group B rally car. One Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution Final Edition Group B rally car is NRAC Evan number 40 is now going forward to be on the offense in about 0.2 seconds onto Team UTRS Insportec position in the number 6. But here comes the inside cornering. Will might do the opportunity. Will Insportec might have to break hold, and there goes a contact and slams in onto the barrier. NRAC Evan number 40 in the Land Evo Group B rally car just barely slammed at Team Insportec at the elevation corner in number 2 and 3. That is going to be so intense to see this instant replay, but be very careful. This race is going to be very intense, so we could probably have to be very gentle and fully well competitive in the 5th round in Season 1 of the Nations Cup. 5 more laps to go, and looks like it's about to get closer at the end of the 5th round, you guys. The penultimate round is about to go semi-final. We'll have to keep up forward before the final round in round 6 is going to be at Watkins Glen International Racing Course for the Group 3 class. It's going to be the first ever debut for the competition at the end of Season 1 in the 2022 Series Nations Cup of the Gran Turismo World Series. But in about 3.8 seconds to go to catch up onto SC Yank 7 in the Subaru WRX Group B rally car to catch up with the other 4 drivers in the same car. One Japanese GT racer is barely trying to keep up and go smooth sailing to stay in the lead. Straight away at the end of Sector 1 before enter again onto Sector 2, we'll have to take turn 2 and 3 at the elevation corner. But there you go, looks like very good, proud Japanese GT racer just barely tried to keep up and go for the inside of the apex. Just like International B license exam is going to be a very most difficult exam work, we'll have to keep up and do well challenging by the example. But here it comes. Team Insportec will might have to take that course once again. By every lap, we'll have to stay on top of it to stay in to be at position 6. But not to mention, because it will might have to be well concentrated to see how stable drivers could probably have to do some more exercise caution when racing around in a test course layout in the forward direction of Alsace village to be labeled as a short track. So here comes lap number 12, and there goes NRAC. Eben number 47 is about to kick it up and go right in to be at the inside in the Land Evo Group B rally car. Number 40 NRAC Eben is now entered to take the scene, and Insportec will have to go for the offense to take the inside to do the different strategy. So let's see how it turns out. Go exercise caution while the Land Evo is going much caution to do the same thing. Pushing away and go forward to take the third and final sector at the end of lap number 12. Team UDRS Insportec is going sliding around to do a power slide drift, but it might have to do a disadvantage before one opponent might have to take the upper hand. But save it for the technique later on for Team UDRS. Lap number 13 for only 2 more to go remaining. This is going to be the battle for position number 6 for Team Insportec, and NRAC Eben number 40 in the Land Evo Group B rally car along with RSR Kingster is now entered to be at the triple battle to take the scene. But here it comes. Take that elevation corner between Ford, Subaru, and Mitsubishi. Will go for the excellent one-on-one, including one showdown. Is going to have to stay on it for having a grueling battle. 11 minutes since the start of the race, but here it comes. One more lap to go for the top 5 drivers. We'll have to step up and kick it to the high gear to master this series intense corner. Is going to be a very most difficult for the Nations Cup. Ever since on the reverse direction in the first round in test season 2 by using 3 French hatchback car is going to be doing some well tested example before going up the hill by the elevation. It takes tricky work by doing some tuning work to be well adjusted to see how it turns out properly, and well correction to have this inside apex line will do the perfection. But now it's gonna have to do some intense racing battle moments for only Subaru, and Ford will take the battle for 6th place until the final lap is about to kick up and go for the final showdown. But stay at it. No pit stop, no tire change, no mandatory at this moment, because it's all about having rally cars. Will get tested by using the comfort soft tires. Will go safety measures. Will have to go for the moderation to take a very good respective racing competition moment. But here it is. The final lap is about to go underway for every drivers, including the first place Japanese GT racer will have to stay on track. But hold on, looks like it's RSR Kingster is still on track, but we have Gene in position number 8 to take the scene to be at the side-by-side. But here comes Ford Focus is now coming in to take the second car, and there goes Mitsubishi is now coming in to take turn number 2 and 3 to be on the elevation corners. Insportec just barely saved it, and one Japanese Gran Turismo player takes the podium finish in the number 1 spot at the finish line. Good job for one GT racer to have a Japanese title, have barely made a good job moment to be in the highlights. Now that's an intense rally car competition to be at Alsace test course for the Group B rally cars. Wonderful and brilliant. It turns out to become very challenging and more intense to see it, but eventually, position number 7 turns out to be kicked up for having Team Insportec will be doing much well challenging to be as a main book. Will have to do a good proud all-wheel drive moment. Will have to stay on top with the other drivers in the same Subaru WRX Group B rally car, and a Ford Focus Group B rally car as well have made it in on to position number 6. Results has been confirmed, and that was a very tough race out there for round 5 in the first season of the 2022 series. Good job without having a single star earned. Tested to be well used with a rally car is all about doing a challenge. So let's collect some earnings and replay to be saved. Very good. Different thumbnail image is also to be turns out to have a nice starting position. So I guess we have ourselves a first place winner goes to a Japanese Gran Turismo racer to be well placed to be as an American. Also for second place goes to Joey Bag of Donuts, did a good average job by having 143 points. And for third place goes to Nestor Morales, is using the same Subaru WRX Group B rally car, is going to be very good and average well done by having a point earned in 137. Congratulations you guys, you did a very good proud moment to have a succeed moments. But it might be quite very good to have one of them might be having a very good surprise guest. But of course it is, because I should probably have to leave a message for having Joey Bag of Donuts and Nestor Morales. Just give me one moment. Alright, there you go. And send. It's a good pleasure for having three drivers did a good excellent win to take on in a test course layout in Alsace Village. For luckily, round 5 is going to be perfect check to be on the highlights at the end before the final race will be at Watkins Glen International Racing Course is going to be coming up for the final round at the end of Season 1 in the 2022 series. I can't wait to get ready to go for having a Group 3 race will go on towards the end. Hard racing makes a very difficult challenging for the first season of the Nations Cup for doing a penultimate event. Clearly turns out that it's going to be much excellent before we could probably have to move on to try out with a new race course before next Friday. So after round 5 before tomorrow, we'll be going in to take on Daytona to be at the Manufacturers Cup. So let's have a good check for the event schedule. We'll have to go for only one more round to go before next Friday is going to be the final race. We'll be at Watkins Glen International Racing Course to be on a long course layout. Perfect time to have 5 rounds will be highlighted to be complete, and this is where it all comes down to this, you guys. I can't wait to get ready to go for having a long practice to have this very good excellent new racing course for the update. I hope this is going to be quite doing excellent to have a different change interface on sport mode. But I'll make sure if I could probably have to get back on board to have a time trial challenge with using the Suzuki B6 Escudo Pikes Peak Special 1998, we'll have to go focus to be on a goal. So let's exit out, head back to the garage and go for another round to be at the roulette ticket before at the end of the video. Sounds like having a very good extra time after doing some video introduction for the 3rd ever content update. By changing up the color from red to blue, and that might be a very good label highlight to have a number 5 git will be called in for doing some received bonuses. So let's go for having one 4-star roulette ticket for completing a driving marathon. Here I go, and let's see which prize should I get. Go with a high value. So very close. So very close to have that high value Gran Turismo credits, but same as usual, I'll have to add this up to be on my current balance. Let's try a 3-star roulette ticket for another chance. Let's see which prize should I give for doing another try. Okay, not this again. I guess low currency credits, same 10,000 GT credits. I guess I should probably might have to be very close to eye if I could probably have to get a 1% value chance to be as a prize. High low rarity is definitely might be quite turns out giving us a headache. But I'll have to ignore that, so I could probably have to keep building up with some more roulette ticket in the next day for another. I'm so very excited for next Friday. We'll be at Watkins Glen International, you guys. But it's going to be a perfect time. We'll have to go with any Group 3 race car, including the Suzuki Vision Gran Turismo is now welcome to be on the Gr.3 class. By the looks of it, it's going to be having a very good perfect opportunity for Suzuki. We'll have to take part in the Manufacturers Cup before at the end of Season 1 of the 2022 series in the Manufacturers Cup. It's going to be so excited to see how Suzuki will become the first ever debut in GT7 after having a long wait for having some very good excellent manufacturer cars. We'll have to see who will become the #1 best manufacturer in the series. Time to wrap this up before at the end of the video, so I have to get everything sorted out for having a triple feature from Le Mans to Alsace test course. For having a different category, we'll have to go on for having a main feature by having 3 videos for only a single day. Thank you for watching on my video in Gran Turismo 7, folks. I hope you enjoyed. Just go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for notifications on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. And don't forget to follow me on any social media platforms like DeepNet Art, Instagram, GT Planet, Twitter, and more to see for my own image artwork like UDRS liveries, Total Drama fan art with car liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be see you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.